What's up? What's up? It's your boys from the Daily Smoke. I'm Brother Ron.
Brother Los.
Brother Black Hand.
And we are the Daily Smoke. Thank you all so much for joining us. How's everybody doing today, man?
Always good. It's Monday, first day of work again.
Absolutely. How's it feel, man?
It's good. A little nervous at first, but then I thought, I'm not home. If I had to go to an office, I would have been done.
Really?
Somebody standing above me. I would have been done. I had to tell him, look, just talk to me from over there.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
I can't have that shit. So
This
here,
work from home thing got you
I
spoiled,
can see
huh?
my drawers and shit. I ain't got no cam.
I know, huh?
My drawers and work.
I know.
Shit. So but it's fun. It's exciting, actually. You know to get back at this and bring that income back in.
Amen to that.
Got to be slave again.
Amen to that. Amen to that. You gotta have money. In this
Got to
world.
have this money to do what we got to do.
Money,
You know.
for real.
And speaking of that, $, if you want to donate,
Absolutely.
much love for your support, and so check that out too. But yeah, let them know. They know who we talk about here. They know our sponsors.
You know, and speaking of which, I think I did something wrong on there. It's not playing.
It's not.
No, man. So, regarding our sponsors, I want to go ahead and mention a couple of organizations that we are very happy and excited to be connected with. Let's start out with Bangin' 832 Radio, www.bangin832.com. There on Sundays, how I go?
Bang it, 832.
Every Sunday around 7 p.m. At 7 p.m., check out past episodes of the Daily Smoke. They put us on every Sunday at 7 p.m. So, if you get bored, you want to see some of the other things we're talking about, or you're trying to, go to bed, look at one of our shows. We don't care how you get there, just get there,
As long as you're there.
As long as you get there, absolutely. So check us out on Bangin' 832 Radio. And next up to bat, we have Tamia's Touch of Care Massage Therapy. To get with life, get a massage.
Touch my body.
All right. We got to start somewhere. All right. I like that. I like what you're doing. Yes, please check out at www.tamiaanderson.com. To get with life, get a massage. So I guarantee you guys, you get a massage by this one man, it will change your life.
She'll stretch you out.
Absolutely. And next up, we got the Buy Black Market. And it's the original Buy Black Marketplace. Black vendor market, book and art fair. You ought to check them out, man. That's going to, back to our community and everything. It's they got what they got here, man. What's the stuff they got?
No, they have vendors where they sell artisans that go and sell their art. They got yoga classes. Yeah. They have food there. I guess people testing their food. If you have a business, you can go and be a vendor at the buyblackmarketplace.com and find out when you can be a vendor. Go sell whatever art you have, and it's the first and third Saturday of each month.
That's what's up.
Right there at 5309 MLK Boulevard, Houston, Texas.
That's what's up.
Shrine of the Black Madonna. Black Marketplace at the shrine. Yeah, so make sure. And of course, if you want to know anything about all the vendors we have and affiliates and family, go to www.thedailysmoke.com and you'll find out everything and anything you need to know about us. We're going to have a QR code come up soon. Probably next episode, we'll have a QR code. You can just scan it, boom, it'll take you right to the website. We're making it even easier for you to get there.
Absolutely.
You ain't got to type shit. Bam, hit the button, and you're there.
Absolutely. Check us out online, y'all. Go to thedailysmoke.com. I guarantee you'll see some of the episodes we have coming up over the coming weeks. And yes, Tiffany will be back with us soon. So, Tiffany, if you're out there and you can hear us, we're sending you healing.
Long live the art.
We need our Taboo Tuesdays and long live the arts. I feel so vulnerable without our shows. I'm so used to. I look forward to them.
Right, they're coming though. They're coming.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Yeah, we are wishing you a really good recovery, sister. God bless. We really mean that.
Hopefully everybody's hung in there. When they do come back, they come back with vengeance and really get into these shows.
Right.
Some of them are pretty deep. If you weren't already into them, you've seen how deep some of those got. So, so make sure you check that out.
Oh, man. So, speaking of which, first and foremost, thank you so much, Vanessa. What's up, love? Good to see you, dear heart. Happy Monday to you, too. And we got the whole nine, man. Man, that's
Lemonade.
the lemonade people. Yes,
Yeah.
man. Yes. What's up, Lifted Lemonade? What's happening? What's happening? When y'all gonna come and hang out with us a little, another time? What happened? We're always down.
He just want to drink some of that lemonade.
The lemonade was good.
It was good.
That was some good lemonade.
Flavors. I got the one that tasted like flour.
Yeah.
That shit was good. I just pretty much done that not too long ago.
Ooh. You like that, huh?
It was good. The flavor was good.
Would have have them and Mike on at the same time. Can you imagine? Like a meeting of the minds. And Dante, exactly. Oh my, that would be awesome. Absolutely. Absolutely.
420 friendly family.
Yeah, man. We was gonna be at a event this past weekend, but we just couldn't make it. But we hope, Dante, everything went well for you at this event.
Right.
Cory Booker was there.
Yeah.
From New Jersey, and we had tickets and we had admission and everything. We just couldn't make it. I really wish we could have, because what's up, Mama? Because they really starting to spread the truth about marijuana.
Right.
That talk that we're having honest conversations without myth and all these preconceived notions, that kind of stuff.
Right.
So we can have real true dialogue that I think is long overdue.
Right.
I really do. I think it's long overdue, man.
So, but we just have to catch it the next time, or maybe one here closer to home.
Yeah, no doubt.
Fight for that here. They've been trying to get that legal.
You think it's gonna happen in Texas?
They're trying. There's senators that are trying to make it. If anything, at least bring medical.
For real.
That's what I always say. For me, when I see that MD Anderson, they scratch out cancer. Like, no, y'all ain't tried everything.
Yeah.
And when you recognize this shit that does cure it, you would put that. Unscratch that damn cancer you got on your logo and shit, because you ain't did everything, goddamn. Until you try this shit, then you can say you eliminate cancer. You use the cannabis, because it will eliminate cancer.
So until they put weed as part of the medication, they ain't try to take the scratch out.
Yeah, because they ain't really killing cancer. You ain't doing shit. If you ain't trying that, then that means you ain't trying to do it, because that shit cures it. So that's natural.
Y'all ever seen that
not
commercial?
The real drug dealers.
That's gonna have y'all dying laughing. If you've never seen the MD Anderson commercial, you don't get what he's saying.
Right,
Go watch a commercial and you're gonna understand what he's saying. Why you have to get rid of the scratch out because they're not using marijuana.
Right. Cure cancer. Once we start using that shit, now we can scratch that shit twice. We can put an X in it. Cancer gone. MD Anderson, Nobel Prize for killing cancer. Yeah, but that's
Give me Lifted Lemonade intravenously now.
Right,
Weed cures cancer.
I'm telling you, man, it'll cure all kind of shit.
Absolutely. Yeah, man.
Try that shit. So I would think at least
medical.
Let medical start here in Texas, but and then once they realize that you do recreational, you know how much money you're about to make in Texas.
Can you imagine?
It's like they know that you guys are, I can't believe that you motherfuckers that are so greedy and rich wouldn't do that. That your laurels are so much that no, and it's not bad because your kids are all fucking high all the time.
You know what I mean?
They are. So and I know a couple of y'all have tried.
They too high to do stupid stuff now.
Go ahead and make that money.
Good.
Let's take it away from the real drug dealers and Bayer and Johnson & Johnson. Those are the real drug dealers in this country.
Sure.
They're the ones that got everybody hooked on opioids.
I know, man. They got a real opioid crisis right now, for real, and it's been going on for quite some time.
And it's like not getting any better.
No, it isn't.
And they already know how fucked up it is. I mean, that's like my brother had told me before he died that some little town in West Virginia, population maybe 400,000 or 500,000, had 9 million pills of opioids in that town in their pharmacies.
Hey,
Fuck, they need that many pills for that little bit of people.
When I work,
they wanted them
that's a lot.
To push all the pills.
That's a lot.
That whole town is fucked up, man. Everybody is goddamn on that opioid shit. The whole town is fucked up.
Man, I had something, man, that when I was working at a matter of fact place with Vanessa and I, we used to work for a medical provider, and I had learned at that time through one of my patients that the kids at these parties, this was about 10 years old, come to think about it. What they would do, man, is everyone would go to their parents' medicine cabinet and grab whatever you can get your hands on.
Whatever set pills.
But we're really looking for these right here.
Right.
But if you can get anything else, so
those.
the kids, so now the kids are understanding grams
these
and
do.
medications and chemistry.
Right.
You know what I mean? They that's how it is. Man, they would come to the party. Everybody come to the big bowl, and then after they mix it all up with all these different medications, you just come by. They blindfold you, man, and you have to reach in and whatever you grab, that's what you have to take.
I'm going in like this.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I mean, you gotta get high. You gotta get high. You know what I mean?
That kind of high.
Hey man, these kids on something different, bro. They on something different, and that was 10 years ago. But but that's the crazy part. What was killing the kids or killing the kids at the party? They getting it from your medicine cabinet.
Right.
It ain't like they doing that.
So they're not doing nothing different that the parents ain't doing. They're just.
You know what I mean? Now what? What we gonna do now?
Yeah.
What we gonna? Let's have that conversation. You know what I mean? What we gonna do now?
You're gonna punish your kid for doing these drugs, but
your drugs.
Yours,
you know what I mean? It's your drugs. Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's how I feel. Let me go take my drugs tonight.
Yep, let me go take my drugs. Mama's right, because that's what they are. Mama's doing drugs, not us.
Yeah, man, they got us medicated, man. I was telling my mama silly. Man, that's one of the things, like, on the real, and Jonathan thought I was being funny. I don't know if he thought I was being funny, but I think he thought I was. But I was very serious when I said, like, I believe in corporal punishment. Me personally, I do. But
you know I do.
But we had a conversation once where, okay, well, what about corporal punishment from other members of your community, whether it be your sister, your brother, your aunt, your, neighbor, school teacher, whatever. And there was a time where that was permissible in our culture. That was the norm. Mm-hmm. But we're so medicated as a society, I don't trust nobody chastising my children.
Right.
We are so medicated. I don't trust nobody's decision-making process right about now when it comes to that.
Because even them doctors that are trying to help you, they on their medication.
They high too.
Yeah.
Everybody high. I can't put my kid in harm's way like that. I'm like you on that one, Los. No, you can't put your hands on my kid. I don't know nothing about you.
I don't know you motherfucker. It's like shit.
You know?
I don't know what you do.
For real, man. That's how medicated we are. We all crazy.
You love that shit, but if you go to the cannabis, it's natural. You don't get addicted to this shit.
That's what they say.
You just want it.
That's what they say.
You ain't gonna rob nobody because you ain't got no weed.
Yeah, man.
I remember the commercials back in the day and shit. Reefer Madness. It was like a cartoon, like where the dude smoked some weed. He went out and put it down and stole some ladies' purses.
Oh, stop! Somebody high was doing something strenuous.
That's what they were trying to show, that this is what happened when monks smoke reefer.
Oh,
they go out and steal purses and steal cars and shit. Like what? You should have showed the motherfucker walking the goddamn Pizza Hut ordering 4 pizzas.
You know what I mean? Come on, man.
They help the economy of the little town.
Man.
They're the ones buying up. That's why Jack in the Box, they were smart when they did the midnight things. They knew
whoever worked at Jack in the Box smoking.
They knew exactly who they were doing, because even the commercial, you could tell the dudes.
That's Munch's food.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's Munch's food.
What is it? One of them breakfast muffins mixed in with a cheeseburger and shit.
You know what I mean? Man, like,
fuck,
man.
At the right time, that shit.
This double waffle, jumbo jack with egg cheese.
Right? Like, god damn.
Whoever thought tomatoes on waffles would be so good?
The French toast.
Oh, good.
French toast chicken sandwich.
They need to cut it out.
With
They need
extra
to cut
cheese.
it out.
Syrup.
Yeah, man.
But they knew what they were doing, man. It's like, hey, they know what's up.
They need to cut it out.
Yeah, the pharmaceuticals they're killing us, man.
They are.
They're the real fucking
They
drug
are.
dealers.
They are.
But they make so much money, and like I say, I might go. I run for office. I become a congressman. I'm trying to go there for the good. Motherfuckers hand me big fat envelopes. I'm not saying shit. I'm taking them motherfuckers, and that's how they get you.
So we have a viewer that says, unfortunately, it doesn't have positive effects on everyone. Now, I can't lie. She makes a point.
No, some people can't fuck with it.
When I would have these conversations with my patients at the time, and I would have like these big group gatherings, and we'd have these honest conversations regarding their treatment. Part of their treatment was medication. So we started having real honest conversations from an informed point of view, of course.
Right.
regarding the differences between medications, how it works, how it affects you, why people don't stay med compliant, tra la la. I always did have to throw out disclaimer and say, look, I know that weed is good and I know it helps you in X, Y, and Z. But unfortunately, some of you are too paranoid. You shouldn't smoke weed.
Okay, I feel
And
that.
I am against you smoking
Right,
weed
right, because you know
for
that-
the same reason I would be for someone that's taking some over-the-counter medication that's killing your liver.
Right, right. I feel that.
I take the same position
That
because
would be
this is
crazy.
hurting you.
This would, yeah.
This
yeah.
is hurting you. It's
Especially if
feeding
you
into
suffer
your
from
psychosis.
paranoia, oh, you'd be gone.
You know what I mean?
So the joint, and
You're out.
You already got it while you're smoking it.
You know what I mean? And
You're
it
right,
heightens
that's what it's
everything
doing.
too. Yeah.
Man.
No, you wouldn't want to do that. I would not condone that at all. So no, it does not have the same effect on everyone.
I would be in the
You're
cell
correct.
and shit.
Hmm?
I would be in the cell with Jennifer Lopez and shit. That crazy motherfucker.
Oh,
that
man.
boy, it's like,
Don't
man,
get me started on you,
that
Los.
motherfucker was twisted.
Hey man, so speaking of which, man, tonight's conversation, I think, kind of goes along those lines. Like, man, whenever we really get hurt, our minds can take us places. And when I say hurt, I mean like something that happened that was beyond your control. You lost a family member due to some type of violence, or you may have been stricken with some type of illness, and that can bring up a lot of resentment in you, a lot of pain. That same kind of pain has been akin to betrayal, or when someone does you wrong.
You feel the same thing.
That level, that intensity of emotion,
Right,
you know.
right.
And I thought it would be good if we talked about betrayal on a couple of levels. You know, being really honest. You know, how do we define it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what would be classified as betrayal? You know what I mean? And under what makes that such a an act like that? And then I think that's a separate argument from how do we deal with it?
Right.
And I think we all deal with it in different manners depending on the situation.
Right, right.
I would love to hear everyone's take on that. What are your thoughts on betrayal, man?
Now, in terms of what you were saying about the emotional effect that it does to you, I can say that when that dude came in my crib,
Yes.
you know, my emotional went to an even place. You know,
Okay.
I was ready to go board up his fucking uncle and aunt and him in his house and watch them fucking burn. That's
Right.
how mad I was. Like, man, I let you in my home, you know, we give you whatever you want, and you gonna come in here trying to rob me, man? What the fuck's wrong with you? That to me was like, you sorry motherfucker, man. And not so much a betrayal to me because he was my roommate's boy, but my thing was, you knew this was my crib, and I invited you in, you know, even though you invited you and I still approved, and we gave you whatever you wanted, man, and you gonna come in here, you know, with an AR-15 trying to rob me and shit. Like, oh, man, that's bullshit. That's why I used to tell my brother-in-law, he used to always be like, man, you're crazy, man. I said, man, I know where you live, dude. I know that you live with your uncle and your aunt right there at that house right there. There's a little hillside here. I tell my brother-in-law, I said, man, I'll go over there, board your shit up, gasoline around your crib, go sit there and smoke me a spray while I watch you burn and hear you scream.
So
I tell you that's your fault, nigga.
So do
You're
you
coming in my crib like that?
would you have those emotions whether you knew the individual or not at any point in time in terms of how they tried to violate you?
It would all depend on whether if I invited you in my home, then I know you. But other than that, you know, somebody that just I didn't know that would do that. Oh yeah, if I knew where you were from or where you live, well, I would feel the same. I'm gonna go get your people now, motherfucker. You know, so I would feel the same. You know, I guess it hurt more because, dude, you knew that if you wanted anything, we could give it to you, man. You knew we'd have hooked you up if you needed something, but you wanted to just come take our shit. Like, come on, man.
So let's make sure we're on point and understanding and clarifying what we're talking about. There's a level of anger involved in this emotion that we have classified as betrayal.
Right.
Okay, walk with me. With that level of violence, if someone betrays you, in your particular case, would your response have been any less, or your emotional attachment to that situation, would it have been any less had you not known that individual regarding
Had
that
I not
particular
known it, it'd probably
situation?
be a little less because I
Okay.
don't know you.
Right.
But because I know you, that's even
That's what
worse.
got you.
That's what makes it worse. Like, come on, man, you knew who I was, man. I'm very hospitable, and you're gonna come rob me, man. Come on, man. That's why I always tell people, I'll give you the first chance. I don't give you, be hardcore and not meet people. No, I'm a friendly person. Come hang out with me, but you only get one chance. You rob me, or you try to do something that betrays that honesty I'm opening to you. You're done. You don't exist anymore. You're done. I don't know you anymore. Just
What-
get away from me.
What about the emotion associated with? And if you all are watching this show and find this interesting, please don't hesitate to call in. We would love
Tell
to
us
hear
your
from you guys.
story.
We're having a good conversation. I know Vanessa got a lot she could add to this. Okay, right. So she's saying my trust was violated.
Right. Sure enough. Yeah, and that's what it showed in the picture when we started, when
Right.
I highlighted betrayal.
Right.
You can see that it was saying that trust was violated, your confidence was violated, shit like that. So that's pretty much what it is. But I guess it is more intense when not just some random fucking dude that comes along and robs you and a bunch of people and shit, compared to, you know me, man. I knew who you were. You knew that. Come on, man. You took my honesty to you and my hospitality, and you try to rob me. Fuck that, man. That's why I said I was gonna watch your uncle and that burn and smoke me straight and watch that shit.
So it's kind of like if you have crimes of passion, you again have intense emotion accompanied usually with a level of violence.
Like
and
the dudes that catch their wives fucking
When they
somebody else.
catch their spouse cheating on them, that's one thing.
Mhm.
And then it's like it goes to a different level when they find out it was someone that I invited into my home,
Right,
into
right.
my life.
It's even worse.
You know what I mean? Like we all know each other. You know what I mean?
I could see if you were somebody I didn't know, because I don't know if she lied to you. She might have told you she was single and all that shit. But you're my boy. You knew that's my wife. That's fucked up, man. It makes it worse. Because like I said, in a case of not knowing to do it, could have been her that violated that by not saying that she was married to, not him.
Bobby, whenever you are violated, man, or somebody breaks your trust, no, he's funny. No, I didn't mean it that way. He's stupid. When someone, like, let's say, done something that kind of crossed the line with you, or they betrayed you, at least that's how you felt it. How did you deal with that kind of situation?
Very difficult. Difficult because my anger was up there.
Okay.
I just really want to strangle and just bury it.
I see you burn, motherfucker.
But I also had to kind of step back and like, I'm not that. I can't do it. To be honest with you, I can't do harm. I can't kill nobody. It's not in me.
Uh-huh.
But to have someone break my trust like that,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have to step away from you for a while before I can even calm down to a certain extent.
Well, let a motherfucker try to come kill you. So you
And
don't kill
from
them.
there, then I want to ask the questions: why?
Uh-huh.
Why'd you do it?
Uh-huh.
What would it be? Why me?
I don't even want to know why. Fuck you. Get away from me. You don't exist anymore. I don't even know. I don't know why. Because I'm already gonna know why you did this.
Right. Let's reverse it. This may be a little bit uncomfortable for some of you to be real. I can be real because I'm comfortable with who I am. Have you ever betrayed anyone? I have.
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
One of my dearest brothers.
Tell me something. Remember the anger that you had against yourself, against the person that violated your trust? Like to Vanessa's point, like it involves some kind of proximity or closeness. Like you got to be kind of close to me. Because if you're a stranger, you can't betray me. So by definition, you're close to me.
Yeah.
Hey, man, do you remember when, like, someone betrayed you and you had this anger? And the reason we called it Nemesis, betrayal and Nemesis, because Nemesis means righteous anger. So it's almost kind of like whatever anger you have, it's justified because you were wronged in some way.
Right.
So now your anger really can know no limits. It's like the sicker you get, the more sadistic you get, the harsher you get in exacting your revenge, the better.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But when you were betrayed and you had those emotions, compare that with when you betrayed someone. Did you expect that same kind of what did you expect from the person that you betrayed?
That was pretty much like, no, that's it. It's done deal. Like I literally fucked up. It was like, there's no way this person is ever going to forgive me for this shit that took place. But it came out to be the opposite. They actually,
That's beautiful.
they were pissed, of course.
Sure.
But in my mind, it's like, this will never happen again.
Right.
Now I'm in your debt until I can repay this debt.
That's beautiful.
So
Here's exactly where I'm going with that, Bobby. I have been betrayed, and I have betrayed. And I remember what broke me and humbled me was when it was my turn to get it. You know what I mean? I was ready. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got you. I'm ready. But then when I betrayed someone, I found myself wanting the same amount of mercy that I was expecting to give in the form of punishment because of the betrayal.
Right.
When I was justified.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm being very honest. And that was very selfish of me to think like that.
Sure, no. But that's how we think.
You know what I mean?
We're always going to protect ourselves. Mama.
That's Joyce.
It's not ringing on your. I can't plug in.
All right. I can't plug in either. I can go speakerphone. We'll go speaker. We'll go speakerphone. Okay. I need you to turn your TV off or down. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for calling the Daily Smoke. Talk to us.
Mama.
Okay.
Good.
For me, you're absolutely right in the definitions of betrayal. However, betrayal to me can come in many forms. One of the forms is that from someone you know or from someone you don't know. And the reason why it can come from someone you don't know is because it goes from feeling violated, you know, like somebody breaking your home or somebody doing something like that, to anger. Anger is just as severe as feeling pain, emotional pain of being betrayed. Now, it gets really real when it's someone that you are intimate with and you feel like they have violated your trust or they've, taken your emotions for granted and just didn't respect me. That's the word I'm looking for. You know, when you feel disrespected. So to me, anytime you feel like you've been disrespected in any sense, to me, that's a form of betrayal.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Sure.
Thank you so much for watching. Anything else you want to say?
No, I love you guys. I love the show, and Jonathan is such a good friend. Waiting for my friend to come back.
Who's your friend?
Tiffany.
Oh, Tiffany got her own fan base, don't she? All right. Thank you so much for calling in. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. You can turn the TV up now, Mama. So you can
Yeah, you can turn it up now. You be like, y'all sound ain't working.
Can't hear.
But yeah. So does anyone else have any thoughts they want to call in and talk about this
I
subject
feel
on?
what she said is pretty much what we were saying. You know, anybody that fucks with you, you know, it's like a betrayal. But if I don't know you, you're not betraying.
You can't.
I don't
you can't
know.
by definition.
I don't know shit. I don't know nothing about you. You don't know nothing. That's just a random act. You know, so yes, I'm angry that I got robbed and shit, but not as bad as I know you.
Yeah.
You knew who I was.
Yeah.
I know it was you because you knew where I keep my shit. That's fucked up. You know? Like, man, that hurts more. You know. It's like, some other motherfucker come in and rob your shit. Like, damn.
Like you see, you know what
when
really
you find out it was your boy. It's like, man, you robbed me, man. Come on now.
The problem with us dealing with betrayal is our ego.
Right.
That's problem number one, to be honest with you. That's problem number one.
Right.
Not saying it's justified, not justified. The problem with dealing with betrayal and managing betrayal is ego, because we want to get revenge.
Right. You fuck
You know what I
me,
mean?
motherfucker.
I wouldn't bother you. You know what I
never
mean?
fucked no one that didn't have it coming to him.
You know what I mean? So you have to deal with that part. But when it comes to like dealing with betrayal, what I find interesting is what used to really make me mad was because Brother Los would be so honest. You know how we talk. Let's talk. Since they ain't calling in,
You know, or giving us their stories and shit.
I've only betrayed a person one time in my life.
I don't think I ever had that.
Oh, I know I did. I
I don't
know
know if
I
I
did.
had.
I know I did.
If I did, I take it as a betrayal.
That's what's
I
up.
betrayal, motherfucker. That's why
Hey.
I can't think of it.
You know, that's why I started the show out.
Nobody over, you know.
Los, that's why I asked the question. Hey, let's talk about how we define betrayal first. And that's what some of our viewers started doing. That's why they started talking about betrayal. Because we have to have we have to have a platform to go from. Right? Okay.
Right.
To the Nemesis point, yes, there has to be some proximity. You got to be able to get close to me.
Right.
Which requires us to be vulnerable.
Right.
Willingly, by the way.
Yeah, you gotta bring that wall.
You know?
Put you in.
Look at all this ego stuff coming out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now I got to betray. Now I got to try to trust. Now I think I might like it. Then I'm hoping you don't do it. And bam, you betray me. You know,
Right.
that's all. It's still at the end of the day ego.
Ain't no betraying again because first time we're done, we don't exist anymore.
You know why I think, man, we deal with betrayal so tough. It's for the same reason I think we deal with when people steal things or we've been stolen from. And the reason I say those two particular things above almost probably anything else is, in order for you to betray me, you had to stalk your prey.
Right. So you've been coming over for the past
That's what
6
get me.
months and shit.
You know what I mean?
Watching me
I'm
put
being
my-
so real,
Watching me put
man.
my drug
You've
money
been
away
watching
and
me.
shit, and then next thing I know,
You've been watching my
you
patterns.
know exactly where everything is at. You know when I'm not here.
You know what I mean? You've been subverting me right
Right.
underneath my
You've
feet.
been planning this shit, motherfucker.
An armed insurrection right in your own house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
I
when,
blame myself more for that, for not catching that.
but you
bullshit.
can never
Some
catch
of you
it.
can't.
You can
just
never
don't-
catch
you
it.
don't catch it.
The possibilities of and the integers of the amount of times and situations that it could come from,
Depends on
you
how
could
smart
never
you are,
factor
too,
it all
because there's
in.
some dumb motherfuckers. You catch that shit. You know something's up.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know.
But that is
I
crazy.
don't know, man. But see, that's the thing. Like, I'm not saying we're all like naive. If you're having problems with your woman or your man or whatever your situation is, you know, you can kind of tell when they stepping out.
Right. You
Because
know what is happening.
Whether you're the cause or not, you're complicit in this.
Right.
So there's something you're doing or not doing that's setting a situation where this person may step out. So now you get like this confirmation bias.
Right.
Like, okay, but you set the stage for it, or at least you played a part of it.
Right.
So there's really no betrayal there. That's just a matter of time.
Right.
But I'm talking about, hey man, of all the people, I never would have saw you coming.
Right.
Not you.
That makes it even worse.
You stalked
When
me.
it's not that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
that's-
stalked me.
Right.
That's what get me, man. Like,
That's why you did it so easy.
you know what I mean? You stalked me. You played part of your ability to betray me played on what you knew wouldn't change in me for you.
Right.
Which on some level there was some kind of intimate connection or relationship between us.
Right.
Even if it's business, it's still some level of trust.
Right.
And that's the very platform you use to jump and do and run all your plans.
Right. That's fucked up.
And that's what get me, man.
Right.
That's what gets me.
That gets you to the point where you just want to.
You know what I mean?
You know.
But to Bobby's point, that happened. And the dude, friend, whatever, forgave you.
Willing to forgive him.
He's willing to forgive you.
You know,
That's what's up. That's what's up. Like, that's love. You know what I mean? For real, like, that's real love. And depending on the betrayal,
This is-
because the
this is
ego,
what
I don't know.
happened. Yeah,
Oh, no.
you know, I guess it depends on what happened.
I know,
You
huh?
know yourself, it really wasn't that bad. Yes, it's fucked up, but all right, man, just don't ever do no shit like that again. You know? But like for me, yo, you're done. Get the fuck away from me. You got to bounce.
So,
So I'm like, I'm forever in your debt because I did this to you. So
You know?
betrayal, you can betray someone in the blink of an eye, but
And not
it
know.
would have to be situational because I can make a decision that would betray your preconceived notions and thoughts of me. I can betray what you thought you and I had in common when I had an opportunity to speak openly and you said yes and I said no, and we're on the opposite ends of this aisle. You understand? So I can betray.
When I know that I know you agree with me on this.
I'm
Why would you say
betraying
no now in
your.
front of these people?
I'm betraying your mental image
Right.
of me.
Right.
But I'm not betraying you in terms of, hey man, I'm gonna go get him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or hey man, I'm gonna go get it.
Right.
Or hey man, we gonna go get them.
Right.
You know, like Brutus and Caesar. That's why, at least that's what history records. Et tu, Brute? Like
Right.
you too?
Like, damn, bro.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, that's what that
Exactly.
translates to nowadays.
Exactly.
Et tu, brute? No.
Et tu,
damn,
Brute?
damn, bro. You know,
Exactly,
like, for real,
man.
like, I thought you were my boy and shit, man.
We can get brutal when it comes to betrayal, can't we?
Yeah, it depends on the outcome for you. If it's something good for you, then yeah, you may do it. But I guess that outweighs whether you're willing to betray someone or not. Can you be bought to betray that person's confidence?
Yeah, I
That
could.
you know that person, everyone knows that
I
person.
can betray
trusts you
nobody.
like a motherfucker.
I couldn't. Like the people that's in the people, huh? I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Like, I mean, we could think of a million
And
situations.
if I
I'm
knew,
pretty sure if
if
we
I
put
knew
the
it was
right,
coming, I'm gonna tell you, yo, man, these niggas came to kill you, man. They wanted me to kill you too. So
you know what I mean. But I don't think I could betray my girl, my boy, my mama, my kid. You know what I mean? My brother, my sister. I don't know.
those are the ones that you forgive if they happen to do
I don't know
something.
if I could betray them
That's some type of betrayal. I could not betray my children at all.
at all. I
will
don't
take
see
the
how that could
fall.
happen.
I will take the fall on that one, But yeah, no, but it depends on what was done to you, how the betrayal could be or what you think. Like I said, if I ever betrayed anybody, I didn't see it as a betrayal. They might have, but I didn't.
See, that's the thing. Didn't Nessa say that's not betrayal, Ron? I'm not responsible for your false assumptions. Oh, I agree. That's the point that I'm making. Like you're like that's the point. That's not betrayal. I can betray whatever it is you built of me in your mind.
Right.
I can betray that image, but it's not a betrayal in the same sense of what we're talking about.
Physical betrayal.
You know what I
This is
mean?
more
That's like
you thought I was this way, but now
Exactly.
you're seeing that.
exactly. You're not
like,
betraying me if that's what we're talking
I'm
about.
just learning that you're a different person.
Right, exactly,
Okay?
exactly.
Okay, you're not
But
betraying me.
betrayal goes like, because in situations like that, people will be like, hey man, you shouldn't have certain expectations of certain people. So no expectations, no disappointments.
Right.
Okay,
right,
that's
right.
cool. But there are going to be people in your life that there are just certain givens that you can stand on regarding these people.
Right.
What happens
Right.
when they betray that?
Right.
So,
It makes you wonder, damn, really?
like some people say, some
You,
people
man?
died doing it,
Damn.
like betrayal is
That's
crazy. For real. It's such cowardice. It really
It
is.
is.
Betrayal is such cowardice.
Especially if it's to bring me down and benefit you. That's even worse to me. Like, you want to bring me down so that you can be up?
That's rough, isn't
That's
it?
fucked up. I thought we were boys. We're supposed to go up together, motherfucker.
You know?
I mean, I could see if I was a motherfucker that I had it all and just said, fuck y'all, I'll give you here's some scraps.
You know what
That's
I mean?
different, but-
That's different.
But if it's like, the bank account belongs to you and me, nigga, you got the same debit card I got.
But-
So, it's
but you know what?
We made it together. There's no need for betrayal here.
I remember seeing something or reading something that they was talking about.
What's up, Tip?
What's
No
up, Tip? What's
nutrition
up,
in the
love?
house.
What's on my face? Oh, don't hate. So look, just mess
You
with
got
my
the
hair.
green dots.
I'm a man now. I got hair on my face.
He makes bubbles when he pees.
Oh, so I have noticed, I remember there was this conversation where they wanted to kind of reframe betrayal and lying, because they was basing that behavior that has a negative result for most of us, or a negative emotion associated with it. But what they found was that betrayal is a part of deception and the art of lying. And it is because of that evolutionary behavior now that we've been able to survive for so long, because how well you're able to lie can determine whether or not you live another day, or you deceive.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense.
In the animal kingdom.
Right.
In the animal kingdom.
Or like I say, like in the Dust Bowl days that are coming, in the Dust Bowl days that are coming, where we're all in the dust and the high rise, then whatever you got to do to survive, you got to lie, cheat, whatever the fuck.
Whatever you got to do.
But that's when, but in that case, I would have no one close to me. There would be no one close to me.
So you would be paranoid.
So that one person that I would have as a companion, they doing this shit with me, and if I fuck them, I would betray them, but I wouldn't have a big circle because I'm fucking with everybody shit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have a real small circle, if any at all. Just be a loner and shit. Call me, I'll fuck you up on.
That means no one could really trust you.
That's right. Especially, you can't trust anyone. Because we're in such a dire situation that you might be thinking the same shit I am.
But why do you trust now?
Because we're not in such dire situations. I can think I'm thinking, like I always say how the future's gonna be, how they always show people at the bottom and then the big ones up top, we're all in the dirt, trying to survive in any way we can, eat rat and shit like that. Them kind of times.
You know what, Los, you bring up a valid point. I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I know right now I'm about to say something. Jonathan probably gonna jump in the TV screen and choke me. I don't care. I wish you was here. I hope you feel better, big brother. I hope you feel better. Lying, I think, at the end of the day, it's kind of like how the Joker said in The Dark Knight. If it all went down, I think the first sacrifice in human history would be civility.
Yeah.
I think civility is going to be the first to go. And because if it's every man for themselves, civility goes straight out the window.
That's right. You can't trust anyone.
I think at the end of the day, we cannot be trusted.
You can't be trusted. You can't be, because I don't trust nobody. The chips are down.
When the chips are down.
I'm trying to get up. But if you have something that makes me go up, I'm going to try to get that from you. Or lie my way in. It's like, I remember reading a story. I think this was high school English lit, and you might know the story. All I remember was there's 3 dudes had a treasure, and they had needed something. So as one went to go get it, the other 2 plotted against that motherfucker. But I think before he left, he had already plotted with that motherfucker too. So some shit. Like, I can't remember the story, but it was something like to see it. It was in trust. Like, we really don't know what to trust, because he's thinking that I'm hooked up. Yeah, we're gonna fuck this dude up. But I already made a deal with him. We're gonna fuck you up.
So that's why I'm glad we're gonna talk about the prisoner's dilemma, because the opposite part of that conversation, which is the prisoner's dilemma, and here's the answer if y'all really pay attention. Human evolution has shown that we've gotten this far because of a cooperation.
Right. We had to.
That's how we survived. But that's a fragile piece.
Right.
To me, at least the way I see it. I may be wrong. Call in to me, and I might be wrong.
Talking about cooperation, your
But
boy.
that's a fragile piece.
Your boy that cooperated. What's his name?
Charleston White.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was a little piece.
y'all need to look up this dude named Charleston White. That's my new leader.
And a lot of you might think he's full of shit, but
He's actually on it. He's really brilliant.
Nothing wrong.
That's my new leader, man.
Yeah.
But it's weird because it's a delicate balance. Like, you have to have human cooperation, and the better that cooperation, the less things like deception and betrayal and those kind of things.
Right.
But if at any given moment the system falls,
all that goes out the door.
I think all of it goes out the window. I don't think we pick up the
Everyone's
pieces and
for
pick up where we left
themselves.
off.
I'm here for me and my family to survive. Fuck everybody.
I know, huh?
Whatever I got to do, because I got to make sure you ain't thinking the same way I am. And no, half of y'all are thinking the same way I am. So you got to watch everything you do.
Los, when that happened to you, like Danessa says, usually those who can't trust those who can't trust can be trusted, don't trust. What caused you to still have some kind of trust in? Of course, you have your immediate family members, but people that you would meet that you know just total strangers, and you know you've been around and you know you've seen different countries or whatever. Like when that happened to you, how did you deal with trust going forward in your life?
Well, no, what I did then is I closed my circle a little bit and didn't allow those that if I said something about you, you won't get in at all.
Yeah.
You weren't going to get in. And I knew the ones that were there, they weren't like, this is totally different.
Yeah.
You know, it was almost like a stranger coming, but you do know us. You've been here before. It's
Right.
like your fifth, sixth time. You know, you knew I was going to be home at this time and shit. You know, and you want to come over with this bullshit.
Right.
You know, like, damn, that was like just before Halloween, like maybe 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Something like that. At least 15. I don't know the year though. I think 2002, 2003 in that area.
Yeah, lost trust is traumatic. And that's why we're talking about betrayal, because when you get betrayed, man, that's traumatic.
What did you say Nemesis is in?
Nemesis is righteous anger.
Oh, okay. So from being angry, from me wanting to watch smoke stray and watch your family burn, that was justified. That was my nemesis.
You know?
You know?
Oh, there you go. You ready to God of War already. We couldn't make it without a show. We couldn't make it through a show without God of War, man.
I wanted to go to Ragnarok.
Oh, Lord.
Shit.
But yeah, man. So, you know, see, just because someone lies, deceives, doesn't mean you're supposed to side-eye everyone. I agree, but, you know, I mean, what do they call a Democrat? He's a Republican that hasn't been robbed yet.
Right.
You know, it's I think when you get betrayed, as a matter of fact, my first memory of betrayal in my entire life was the first time when my ex cheated on me. And that paralyzed me. I'm being real honest. That paralyzed me.
Did it make you think that you did something wrong? To make a video?
Oh, yes, you always
You
internalize it. You always
Yeah.
internalize it. Yes, you always internalize it. That's part of the madness that
Trying
goes
to
through.
figure out why.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Well, what did I
You
do?
do- You do start feeling kind of inadequate. You're going to do that anyway. You know what I mean? You're going to do that anyway when you get betrayed. You're going to feel inadequate, like, how did I, contribute to this in any way? What I didn't do, You're going to have all of that madness going on. But when I got betrayed, man, that was innocence lost for me. And that was a hard betrayal, but it was also a necessary hurt, because that's what prepared me to be able to engage the world. Because you don't want to go into the world naive.
Right, at least you know that this shit can happen.
You know what I mean?
You know?
Like, that hurt bad.
You know, like shit, I've heard about this shit, but damn, now I know what it feels like. So yeah, that's crazy.
For real, man. For real. But what about you, Bobby, man? When you found yourself betrayed since that situation, like when you were forgiven, what did that do to you as a man?
Oh, we humbled the fuck out. I mean, I cannot do this shit ever again. I literally, even though if there was no intention to hurt the person,
Sure.
I hurt this person.
Okay.
So I'm like, until I can make this, I probably won't be able to make it up, but I'm forever in your debt, because you forgave. I think you can bounce out that you do.
To be able to forgive
This is,
that person, or just anyone that betrays you,
no,
that's
that-
close to you.
No, that person. It's depending on the betrayal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it's like financial or this or that, put your thing connect you for the month. You have to steal the shit.
Mm-hmm.
I can forgive you. That they happened to me, within the last couple of months. So,
Oh shit! Now here we go. Check this shit down. No, I hear you, man. I hear you.
You know
man.
what? For me, in that sense, I think my defenses would go up.
Yeah.
And be questioning, why did you forgive me? Are you trying to get me back somehow? That's what my thought
We
would be.
do get suspicious,
That's
don't
what I
we?
do.
That's
Like,
not
hold up,
normal.
Because my thought would be, you do that shit. If you did what I did to you, man, you'd be done with me. So why are you?
You got
What's
some
going
genuine
on?
loving people like out there
What's
like
going
that.
on like this? No, I know, but right away I'm gonna think. I'm always gonna be, knowing that I'm not gonna betray you again because I know it was fucked
Yeah.
up, but are you gonna get me here soon? So I'm always gonna be watching it, work, wondering that. Let me watch.
And
this
if
one
they
a little closer.
legitimately forgave you, and you were looking and there was no signs or anything of betrayal towards you back or repercussions,
Right.
how would that affect you as a person?
Now, I don't know because it would depend on how long that went on before how long did I keep that thought in my head? Did I only think that way for the first 2 years after, and after that, I never even thought that, man, this nigga like a fuck with me. He really did forgive me and shit. So
Was
it
your-
depend on the timing.
Was your faith, whatever that was in man, did that reinforce it? Did it reinforce your faith in man that kindness is there, or did it kind of like bolster more of the, well, now, that's just one particular incident out of 100. The rest of y'all, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
how did that affect your growth? How did you
No, I guess
deal
it would
with
be
that?
that way because I know this person, so the rest of you is like I'm still wary of each and every one of you.
Uh-huh.
This person I know, because I'm the one that hurt them. So first I'm thinking for them to forgive me, like, damn, something's wrong with me. Are they gonna fuck with me? But someone else,
Yeah.
think about that before I even know you.
I mean, you have to consider also,
Right,
like if
right.
this is just for example, this is like a drug deal and you forgave me, like, no, you come and get me. You know what I mean?
Right,
or,
right.
hey, man, my girlfriend, I cheated on her, and then she going to be able to smile. I know it's over. You know what I mean?
Right.
I ain't going to be in that one. Not for a minute. You ain't just
Right.
forgive me like that. I understand.
Right.
But there are some people that are genuinely so beautiful that I can name off the top of my head. If this woman's husband cheated on her, if she did respond like, like, I really forgive you, let's keep going or what have you, I'd believe it. I'd believe it. And when I see that kind of person, and it didn't have to be like if someone, cheated on you and they forgave you and all that kind of stuff. Just think about anything like you're close to someone and you got betrayed. And I think that they just exude so much hopefulness, and they're comfortable with themselves. And they don't betray because some book said, not betray, they don't forgive because some book said do it. They don't betray because it doesn't fit the whole model of the survival of the fittest. You know what I mean? That's not why. Like, these are just genuinely good people.
Yeah, but there's still got to be something. If you were betrayed and we just don't forgive that easy, there's something.
Not necessarily. That can be a projection.
Unless you know what the reason behind it was justifiable to forgive this person.
If you had someone that you did that you betrayed someone, and it took you, they say they forgave you, and they did nothing, 3 years later, whatever, they never betrayed. They never tried to get you back, as you just said. Then, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's hold that in one hand. Let's stay right on the point. If this person here has not responded the way that you thought they would respond, but they stayed consistent, that meant that your expectations were more of a projection onto this person,
Right.
rather than that the actual situation being they're out to actually get me, or they have some kind of intent towards me.
Right.
And the reason why we can't understand people like that is because we project our experiences
Right.
onto other
Like,
people.
I don't know anybody that would do some shit.
You know what
like
I
this,
mean?
like, shit.
And sometimes we'll push love away from us when it happened to us, Los.
Right. It's like it's just.
We'll push it away.
Don't make sense.
We'll get so ugly they don't even want to be around us.
Right. You
Anymore.
You pretty much make yourself go.
Yeah.
You pretty much be the one that goes.
I got my 5 minutes.
Oh, we do?
Right now, only thing on YouTube is not like this, with the streaming.
They not. All right. Well, man, it was a good show as usual,
It's
man.
already got there.
Yeah, already, man. Thank you for letting us know, man. Brother Jam, we miss you, my.
Streaming.
Whatever,
Y'all just
whatever.
smart for me. I'm from
Whatever.
back in 1929.
What's up? You funny.
How they used to say. Back in
Back in
1929.
my day.
You know. So,
But yeah, man,
we
thank
don't
y'all so
understand
much for
anything.
joining us.
Sure enough.
We appreciate you. Well, you got anything else you want to say, man?
No, don't forget to hit us up. Our website, www.thedailysmoke.com, THA, so you can find out everything about us, all our upcoming shows, all our guests, our affiliates, everything. Make sure y'all check that out. And again, you know, that season is coming. I'm starting to see Walmart with all that happy cherry shit.
Oh, it's almost time now.
Give it.
I love it. I love this. Is the happy time of the season. I love it. Everybody be happy.
That's
Getting raw.
Right. Getting betrayed like a motherfucker. So, you know,
You know
so
what I mean?
Cash
You
App,
get
dollar
raw,
sign,
boy.
TV Smoke. You know, you can help us out, bring you more content like this. And don't forget, I saw a bunch of y'all on there, but the likes don't match. So, like, hit that like button, please. That helps us out tremendously.
Yeah.
That's what we want. We wish you'd call in more to talk to us, but as long as you chat and stay with us, let us know what's going on. We appreciate that too. So, yeah, much love for your support. I'm Brother Los.
I'm sorry, man. I'm reading this conversation between mom and the word petition about sex.
Shit.
I'm Brother Roy.
Brother Black
Man, shut this
Brother
feed
Black
off.
Hand on the cam, back in the cam.
Don't
We're out.
get Joyce
Peace.
involved, boy. Joyce and Tip.